Can you elaborate a little bit more maybe on why you decided to also do the individual discus on top of the decathlon?
Yeah, I kind of got surprised by that I was entered in the Discus just because I wasn't CITIUS before, but I'm all good with that because it's just more practice for me, you know, and yeah, it also kind of showed me how, because I just get 3 attempts in the regional meet, it's exactly what it is in the decathlon, and then I'm going to be done with the decathlon anyway, so it doesn't really matter, and I'll just be out there and try my best.
I know we saw you earlier this season in Texas relays, and you put up a really good point total and score. And obviously, you set the NCAA decathlon record on home turf last year at NCAA's. How have you kind of built on that success from Texas relays? And you know, you said I think that was like one of your best Texas relays like points. And this year, you're obviously in a better place moving forward. We saw you training. You've done a lot of great things. How are you feeling leading into the championships as far as the training and some of those things that you were working on earlier in the season? How are you starting to click for this championships?
Yeah, I always kind of like compare myself now to where I was last year at that point, and every single heptathlon, decathlon was a little bit better or a lot better than last year at that point. So the entire trajectory is just going upward, and I feel fantastic. I haven't been hurt at all. I could train through, and I'm really excited to compete tomorrow.
Add on that, Christopher, can you talk about your progression this year, you know, with Georgia? I mean, you've had such a successful year. How would you describe the way you progressed through indoor into outdoor?
I would describe it almost as if like, it's almost, I would say like an exponential graph, right? As you do something great, it kind of gets even greater. And so kind of, once I kind of got on this role of, you know, PBing each meet, every meet after that almost felt easier to PB. Whereas last year it felt like it was, you know, I was always thinking about, you know, the next race. It was just such a struggle, so much pressure to try to perform. I kept thinking about the next meet, whereas now I just kind of focus on the moment. And then I used that confidence to go into the next meet. And then from indoor going to outdoor, it was more of, I was more excited because I never really liked indoor that much, and I prefer outdoor. So coming outside and running around the oval one time instead of twice it was just more of an excitement to just come out here and then just, you know, keep performing and keep getting better, and it just kept rolling each meet.
For Leo, is Brian Clay's decathlon best in the discus something that's going to be on your mind this week? I think you've thrown like 3 meters further than that in an open discus competition, but.
So what's the question?
Is Brian Clay's decathlon best in the discus something that's going to be on your mind in the decathlon competition this week?
I mean, that's been on my mind since last year. I threw like 80 centimeters below that, so I almost broke that. And then at nationals on my last throw, it was like a good amount over that record, and then I think it fell out the sector or something like that, and then that was just like so unfortunate, you know. But it happens, and yeah, that's why this year I just focused on just being very consistent and just consistently doing that. And at the last 3 meets, I've been like 3 meters over that, so that's why I'm just trying to work on that consistency. That's why the regional meet was also, as I said, another practice for that, and yeah, I'm just excited to go out there and try my best. Yeah, for me it kind of started in Texas relays last year, where I noticed that, wow, I can really do great things, because that's when I hit the first time the Olympic standard, and from that moment I was kind of sure already that I was going to go to the Olympics. And then from there on, I just like started to get way more focused and took everything more serious. I thought I took it serious before, but then I really like took it serious. And yeah, and then after last season, I was like, yeah, I'm going pro without going pro. Like just the mindset of going pro, it was like in my head. Took you know, everything I did really serious, and yeah, the results showed.